With families stuck inside and kids bringing home germs from school, you may think it's impossible to protect yourself from colds and flu. Well, luckily there are some ways to safeguard yourself and your family. Dr. Mona Amin is here to share some tips on how to prevent the spread of illness-causing germs within your home. Doctor, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, well, there's our question. How can we protect ourselves from common respiratory illnesses like flu and cold?
Yeah, and like you said it's life. Life happens. Germs are going to happen as well. So it's inevitable that you and your family are going to get sick from time to time. So the focus here as a mother and pediatrician that I like to share with my families and you is adopting a holistic germ prevention strategy. And this is one that looks at various ways that we can add on reduction of getting that risk of getting these illnesses and spreading it. So things like vaccinating against the flu, cleaning and disinfecting your home regularly, hand washing. These are all things that can add on to that risk reduction. So hopefully we're not getting sick every week like we can sometimes see, especially with children.
So what are some of the examples of high-touch surfaces and high-traffic areas that can harbor these germs?
Yeah, so cleaning and disinfecting those areas, which include things like counters, doorknobs, remote controls, and light switches, and toilet flushes, using things like disinfecting solutions like the Clorox disinfecting wipes, which actually kills 99.9% of germs on those hard, non-porous surfaces, can really help. And this is especially useful if someone is sick in the home, because this can help reduce that spread to other family members who may be well, so that they're not getting sick as well.
You know, during COVID, a lot of us carried around a little bottle of hand sanitizer. I think a lot of people have stopped doing that. Is that something we should continue to do though, is to make sure that if we can't wash our hands when we're out and about, we use some of that sanitizer?
I think it's a great question, and hand washing will always be preferred, like you mentioned, washing your hands for 20 seconds minimum with warm soap and water, but you're not always going to have access to that. And yes, carrying an alcohol-based sanitizer can be really useful as well, and can be something that is a placeholder in case you don't have access to a sink, warm water, and soap.
All right, you may have already touched upon this, but what is the one spot in the house that could give us the most germs that we should tackle that with a good cleaning?
So it's those spaces that you are touching on a regular basis over and over. So I like to think of things like the remote control, especially things that you may touch and then touch your face, maybe eat something. So things in the kitchen, so countertops, the refrigerator handles, any like devices that help to cook and prepare food. And then you think about things like in the toilet. So toilet flushes, faucets in the toilet, anything that you may be touching before or after touching your nose, your mouth, or other parts of your body that can spread germs.
All right, doctor, one of the things that I'm sure to wipe down all the time is this thing. I promise you I don't take it into the bathroom with me, but it's still filthy.
I know you don't.
I use those Clorox wipes on these quite a bit. All right. Thank you, doctor, for joining us today. We appreciate all of your advice there.